All right, Ryan, thank you for joining me here today, my friend. So, for those that are listening in, if you could, please briefly describe your operation, where you're from, and a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name's Ryan Hanna, and I'm in north central North Dakota, just west of Minot, kind of one of the bigger towns, I guess, in the area. I come from a farm ranch background. I'm currently, well, I'm fourth generation, but in the process or recent process of taking over the family farm and ranch. I'm running 400 roughly, give or take, the drought, commercial black cows, and my dad's still doing the farming, but we're in the process of transitioning that too as well. So that's part of what brought me to Farm Legacy here. Get myself prepared to move forward. It's been a lot of learning, taking over this place and the cows and big jump and
So,
caught
what
up and now I'm feeling like I need to do a better job with my numbers so I can take over the farming side.
Yeah, 100%. What was working, what was not working for you before coming into Legacy Farmer?
Well, I feel like I was a fair manager, but I I don't really enjoy the sitting down and do all the accounting, like keeping track of numbers down to the penny. That's never really been my thing. I kind of my whole life just done like a running tab in my brain, and but I do watch the numbers obviously when you get to this size, but wanting to know right down to the penny or keeping track of exact interest, that kind of stuff. I know there's money getting away that I just need to do a better job. I mean, I'm at a point in my life where people would call me middle age at 45, and I need to be securing a little better future and grow up a little more and take care of business.
Do you feel like you never like truly had a good like accounting system, or never really had a truly good system to track keep track of your numbers that you were confident about?
I tried some of the different, uh, oh, geez, what's this? Some of the different spreadsheets and stuff out there you can buy to do your own accounting, and
Yep.
it seemed like they were set up more for like a store type business than a farm or ranch, especially ranching, and I would get lost and I'd try their help systems and then I'd get frustrated and give up on it. Go back to just kind of watching my monthly statements, and when it comes tax time, go through them and jotting stuff down with pencil and paper and kind of do it all at one time, and that might be darn sure wasn't usually the end of the year. It was usually when the bank forced me to make sure I had my taxes done. And I just, I know that's not the right way, both legally and biblically, and I need to do a better job. Now with this farmer matrix, I can get all that stuff kind of cleaned up and caught up.
Did you have any bookkeeping in place before?
So,
No clean set of books, no
the
nothing.
last several years, my personal bank is, has that online banking you can watch or keep track of, and I do obviously look that over and keep track. But when asked, how much money you're going to make at the end of the year, what's your exact break even, or this or that, I never knew that 100%. Which there's always going to be some variables in your market, yeah. but it was more of a gut feeling than a exact number.
What was the biggest thing that changed that since you came into Legacy Farmer?
Personally, obviously, like we've talked here, I'm going to do a better job of managing my numbers, but getting into a group of people with more knowledge than me, I'm not I'm a learner type of person. I like to know how things work. I like to expand my. I've had every kind of job from oil field to day working rancher to. I fly airplanes. I do a lot of different things, but I just never really enjoyed playing with the numbers. Now having someone like yourself and Jace and the whole team to kind of help me simplify it. It's just gonna be it's kind of been a relief, really.
Yeah, because how much weight were you carrying around day to day? Just knowing, man, I got all this shit to do. I've got to do chores today. I've got to take care of my team. I've got to take care of my wife and kids. The last thing you want to do, and the last thing you know how to, most farmers don't even know how to, is how to actually easily look at my numbers and be confident in my ability and make good decisions that are going to be based off of facts, but not just emotions. What's in the bank account right now? A lot of most guys are making those decisions, or like you say, running. How many guys are running things in their head all day long, these numbers? And if they were to actually input them into farmer metrics, how many guys do you think would actually be blown away by their true reality of their position?
Yeah, and I think that's part of fear of why some people don't do it.
Yep.
They don't want to know.
Do you think they feared it?
My personal relationship with my wife, she don't want to know when you start mentioning banking. She'll just stresses right out, whether it's good or bad. She just don't want to know. She don't want to talk about it, whatever. And we get along fine. But some people just personally, I think, they got it. And they know they're going to make their payments. They're pretty sure they are, and that's good enough. But like where I'm at personally here now, I used to run yearlings, and then I moved into the cow-calf deal. So after I got out of yearlings, I had to build this cow herd and got in pretty deep with the bank, and I built a new house. And now I know there's going to come a day. It could be this year if I want, or I could hold off. But I need to take over my dad's side of the farming. And I got an uncle that has cattle here at the place. His own separate deal, but there's going to come a time where I'll probably have access to his grass, and that'll be another. I could almost double my cow numbers when that happens. And I just, when you go back to talk about stress or what's anxiety, or that's, I don't really stress out too much about anything, but that's been weighing on me. How to that this expansion could be coming sooner than later, and I just need to be ready. And that's really what got me for sure, into jumping into this farmer legacy. Is I need to be ready.
Yep. So let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we're doing inside Legacy Farmer and your experiences with them. We've got the boardroom calls, and we've got the tools, the resources, the chats, farmer metrics. Out of those things there, what would you say has been your favorite thing so far inside Legacy Farmer, and why?
First, I'm going to apologize for I've got wheels spinning in my head here doing this interview, and I said farm legacy a couple times. I know. I apologize for that. But, you're gonna have to pause it, answer that, or redo the question.
So if you were to, we've got a lot of different things, as you know, inside Legacy Farmer, the tools, the resources, the trainings, farmer metrics. Out of those things, what would you say is your most favorite thing about it?
Honestly, that's kind of there's not just the one thing that I'm gonna tell you for sure is my favorite. Okay. Our metrics, I'm still learning. Being able to, from the boardroom type calls, or the different, like having Jonathan on there from Empire Ag, and between the different guidance and the farm metrics program, it's all. I haven't found anything that I don't enjoy. far as being a help, you know, some of the different things either reassure you, you know, from stuff you've mentioned about banking to Jason's leadership to, you know, the Empire Egg stuff with Jonathan, learning about the futures and options and protections. I mean, I'm trying to be like a sponge. It's all attractive to me.
Yeah.
As far as being the biggest help, you know, for sure getting my numbers under control with farm metrics. That's going to be a big one. But I mean, it's all good.
So if somebody, last question here, if somebody was sitting on the fence with Legacy Farmer and they've been listening in, they've been following the podcast for a long time now and just haven't made the commitment yet, what would you say to that person?
Well, if you're someone if you have any questions at all about your future or your business or your own personal abilities that you need help, I mean, you can sit on the computer all day long and try to answer questions, you know, Google this and Google that, and read forums, and there's a lot of self-help stuff, don't get me wrong, but this isn't a self-help deal. This is you're buying into a whole team network that somebody on the team is going to find a hole in your operation that's going to pay for everything. And that's just the start. So,
well, I think it's unique because
remember the snowball effect is going to be tremendous.
Yeah. I think it's unique because Jace's background experience, you know, I lost the farm at age 24. Joni, her husband's inside Legacy Farmer and they live on a farm. We got Holly doing bookkeeping now and her husband, Jonathan, you know, he's running the marketing calls and inside a Legacy Farmer. So the whole team here, man, as you know, like we're all involved in this and inside the egg. So the pain, the frustration, the problems and the challenges, like we all get it, and we want to truly help you guys and to become successful long term, right?
Yeah, and it's felt. I mean, it's heartfelt. I mean, I know, you know, I feel like you guys are. I mean, you're backing up what you say, and everybody, like you said, has their own personal experiences. And you all got your own strengths, and then not only that, but bringing in all these new members, and whether they're on the actual team member like yourself or just part of the overall group. I mean, everybody's got something to add.
Yep.
So whether it's a question about equipment or all the way down to something about cows or feed costs, or, you know, we've got people scattered all over the United States joining Legacy Farming that you're going to pick up something from everybody. It looks like to me.
Yep. 100%. Awesome, man. Well, I thank you for taking the time here today, Ryan. I truly appreciate it, man.